Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to a brand new Gwent video. I just hit rank 9 recently and went back into the top 250 on the leaderboard, so I thought it was a nice time to share with you one of my current decks that I'm playing. I did not play this exclusively for lettering, so there's only one under a couple, but still very decent and enjoyable to play. Now that might not be true for your opponent who will probably hate to play against it, but let's not care about it and let me teach you the deck. You should have already noticed that the deck I'm playing today is a Poor Infantry deck. I've showed you the deck in the past, so we are only doing a very quick rundown of some specific cards here. The key card is of course the Poor Infantry itself. Everything else is just built around it to make the card shine more. Basically what you are trying to achieve is to buff the infantry with the Mardroome card up to 15 points. Whenever you play the mutagen effect here, you will add 4 base strength to the card, so 3 times this effect equals 15 points. Whenever the infantry hits the board, you will spawn an exact copy of the card. As a 15 points card, you will therefore get 30 points with a single card when you resurrect the infantry later back from the graveyard. To do that, you're running triple field medic, you're running the Nenneke, the Bloody Baron, and the Shani, so a total of 6 possible revive effects. The rest of the deck is just there to support you in your journey to get some sick infantries. You have a bunch of cycle cards like the Prince Stennis that will allow you to draw 1 card face up, 1 card face down. You will keep 1 and return the other card to your deck. Or of course Priscilla, that will draw 2 non-gold cards, play 1, return the other to your deck. Also you're running triple lights, which are great, triple first lights, sorry, which are great against weather effects. Also you can spawn your bronze units, so stuff like the field medic or the Poor Infantry. And also you're running a Decoy, which will allow you to play a non-gold card again, so potentially you can get up to 7 revive effects. For the start you're normally looking to have 1 Reaver Hunter, 1 Poor Infantry, up to 3 Mardromes, 1 field medic, and a bunch of card draws or gold cards in your hand. The deck is literally running good against everything, even weather effects that should be a problem are getting countered with your triple first lights. The hardest time ahead so far is probably against some square teal decks. If you're facing some capable opponents who know how to play the decks rightful, it is definitely a challenge. Okay, so enough of the deck overview, and I will now show you a few games with the deck. Our first opponent for today is using Dagon Monsters Weather deck. That will be interesting. We have a Poor Infantry here for the start. We have 1 field medic, 2 field medics, 1 Thaler, Shani, Geralt, Igni, and the Bloody Baron. So already got 3 gold cards for the start. Not a single Mardroome, so definitely searching for that. And we will start to drop 1 of the field medics here. Getting our dragon, we will drop 1 of the first lights, and there's 1 Mardroome. We might be dropping the Thaler here as well. Now let's do that. So we got the Nenneke. Right now we can only buff the Poor Infantry up to 7 points, which is not that great, but it is still good enough to win the game with that. So you don't need to have 15 points on the board to win. It is of course definitely easier to win with that. But 7 points or 11 points are also definitely good enough to win. So we need to start here. We start with the Poor Infantry, of course. Other than that, there is not much to do. We also don't have a Reaver Hunter. That is not the perfect start, but still doable. Don't worry about that. He is definitely waiting with his weather effects for later when we introduce our Mardroome to the game. So he was dropping the Awkwist here. That one is after 4 turns, decreasing 1 strength point from each unit. Could be a problem, but we have our dragon here that could kill that easily. For now, let's just get a little mutagen effect on 1 of the infantries. So up to 7 points here. Yeah, he's playing with spores. That could be a problem. So far we don't have anything else to play. Well, not the perfect start. We'll just drop the first light here for now. Spawning a Reaver Hunter, which is excellent. The move was a bit risky because if we're not getting Reaver Hunter here, which we had 3 in the deck still, then we either get a Poor Infantry or we're getting the Field Medic. And if we're getting the Field Medic, that is definitely not optimal because as you can see here, the graveyard is empty. Now there are double Poor Infantry, so we played a lesser rate. If the game is allowing me to go back, there you go. So still 2 turns until the Orc is activated. And we are just dropping a Field Medic.
What do you want of me?
Get the Poor Infantry back on the board. Spawning another one. Next up, the Reaver Hunter is spawning another Reaver Hunter out of the deck.
We're all dressed up just
And he is playing the Crone Whispers, just getting another Crone out of the deck. So that means he has another Crone in hand. Out of these 6 cards in his hand, 1 is a Crone, so we can discount that. We now need to play the Dragon. That for 3, we're hitting one of the Crones unfortunately for 2, and the Dragon is gone. Normally you want to have the Crones here at 7, so we can just drop the Geralt Igni and clear the board. That is now not possible because he's down to 19. Otherwise he would be at 21, we could just drop the Geralt Igni here. But nonetheless, it looks pretty good for us. We're currently a bit ahead. We will play the Decoy here, get the Dragon back into the hand. So we can play that again. As a Fiend. So we are at 27 to 27. There's not much in the graveyard that is valuable to resurrect. There's only a Poor Infantry, so we would get 6 points back if we play stuff like the Nenneke here, which we might need to do. We could go for the Dragon, of course. Then we might just hit the Fiend here. Let's see, is there another good option for that? We could hit that for 3. No, that is not good. Let's play the Dragon again. And let's reduce the Fiends here. So it's 21 to 31 if he's going for the weather effect, which is now coming into play. He's spawning the fog, of course. So a bit ahead if we play Nenneke and getting the Poor Infantry back, that will be 10 points. So we would go ahead here. And that is what we are doing now.
Wounded again.
As you can see, we currently have both 4 cards in hand, which means if he wants to win the round, he needs to play another card. And we will then have at least 1 card advantage for the second round. The first light, he's spawning a rally. Taking the Mardroome. Okay, so that's the Griffin. We can now drop the Geralt Igni here, clearing the 2 7 points card, and he's definitely then losing the round.
Damn it.
If he's not willing to invest more cards here. He's currently 18 cards behind. So you can expect that he needs either a very strong card now, or he needs to play 2 cards to win the round. That's why he is now passing. And we will win that. Hopefully he's getting the Fiend here. Stay on the board. That will be only 2 points. But even the 6 points for him. So the best outcome. But even the 6 points, not that great. So we have a Mardroome. We have a Field Medic. That's decent stuff. We will drop the Field Medic here. Hope to find a Poor Infantry. That's the case. So we can buff that to 7 points. And then play the Foltest. And get another double 7 on the board. So I wasn't seeing what he was playing, the Griffin. And he picked the Dragon there, right? Yeah, the Dragon is gone. We can't resurrect that. Let's play the Mutagain. Buff one of the Poor Infantries. Hopefully he's now not playing a Spores. Really want to copy that. Apparently he don't have the card, so we can just copy the 7 points.
Crush those vermin!
We're doing that to have a higher chance for the last round, if we get another Field Medic here, to pick up a 7 points Poor Infantry. Also we want more targets for the 7 points, because we have the Bloody Baron and the Shani. In fact, we can resurrect 2 7-point cards. Oh, he's playing with Roach. So 29 to 6 points. If we go, for example, for the Shani here, that one is getting up to 5. Then we have double 7, so that will be 9, 9. That means we would get with the Shani 18, 20, 23 points, and then we would be even. So we would force him to play another card. We also have the Bloody Baron, which would be another 7, 14, 21 points. So that could be good enough here to win the round. But it might not be. So there's also a possibility to just wait for the last round. And keep the strong cards here.
It's time.
Avalach. So he's drawing 2 cards. We're drawing 1 card. Getting the Prince Stennis here for another card draw. I mean, we're still even in cards. But he wanted to play that not for the last round. Keeping the Griffins, so again, the 6 points. Ooh, the Priscilla. That is nice. That could give us a really decent card here. We already played the Geralt Igni, so if we, for example, get the renew, the Geralt Igni might be pretty good. We have 8 cards to go. Also, there's a chance to get another field medic. Decent stuff. For now, we are starting with the Prince Stennis.
I'm not afraid.
Promote. I don't like the promote here, really. We will pick the unknown card, and there's a renew, which is excellent, especially because his melee row is currently consisting 2 8 points cards. He's buffing that to 12, so now we can only kill the Fiend. Bit of a shame. Hopefully he has not another weather card in hand. That would be really good. Otherwise we might need to play the Priscilla to get rid of the weather. But if he would play a weather card here on the melee row, so some frost, then he's also debuffing his own units. So let's go for the Bloody Baron right now. We are getting the Lavakin. We will spawn the 7 points here. So we are getting 14 points and 23 in total. Yeah, that is not doing much for him at the moment. Let's drop the Chani here.
Be glad.
Let's get the 9 points on the board. So we're going far ahead at the moment. He only has 1 card to go. We still have Priscilla and we have the renew. We can get rid of 12 points here. Ooh, that was tough. Commander's one. But still, he's only 10 points ahead. So the renew with the Geralt Igni is good enough. We don't need to play the Priscilla. Just winning the game here right away.
Onward!
Game 2.
Attack!
And it's mirror match time. Foltest versus Foltest. Hopefully we have the Reaver Hunter this time for the start. We have definitely triple Mardroome. That is excellent. We have the Poor Infantry. We have the Reaver Hunter. Dragon Shani. Renew that we could use on the Shani. So if we want, we can buff the Poor Infantry here heavily on the first round. Then go for the Shani on the second round. And then the renew for the last round. If we are not able to win the first and the second round. Also one first light. We might keep one first light and drop the other. So field medic. Yeah, that should work decently. If he's getting rid of the Poor Infantry here, we can just use the field medic to get that back. And let's start the game. That's a pretty good hand here. We will start, so we are going for the Reaver Hunter here for the first move. We will play the Reaver Hunter normally as the first card instead of the Poor Infantry, because that one has to stay a bit on the board for its full effect. So you don't want to play the Poor Infantry and then the Reaver Hunter. So he's going with the Elite, so he will spawn more of that and get that to golden. And his deck is weaker than mine, so in most cases you should easily win that.
You can try to win them all,
So
but you
spawning the Poor Infantry. We'll then copy the Elite here with the Reaver Scout. Oh, there you go. So he has now 2 Elites on the board. He will then either play another Reaver Scout, or he will use the Foltest leader ability to copy the Reaver Scout and then get the Elite. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. He would need to have 3 spores here to get rid of the 15 points. If there's only one spore in his hand, then he will lose.
You one of us or not?
With 2 he should lose as well, but we'll see about that. So now 3 golden elites on the board. Currently a bit ahead, but that's okay. Definitely fine. Let's just spawn more mutagains. Going up to 11 points. Then we're going up to 15 points. We are copying our card, getting another 30 points on the board. Priscilla. And there's a decoy. He's getting Priscilla back. So the only problem right now could be that if we then copy the Poor Infantry, we have lots of points in one row. So if he has Geralt Igni or the Scourge, he might just play that.
Well, how about a game of Gwent?
So that could be an option that we lose a round. But then we of course have so many points for the second and the third round. So that shouldn't be a problem. He was debuffing that to 11. That's why we'll now need to copy it.
Close ranks!
Otherwise there is of course a chance that he is spawning more spores and then the Poor Infantry is going back to 7. Right now we have 11 Poor Infantry, 11 Poor Infantries. So with the spores card he can't get rid of the points anyway. Because we still have 2 other 11 points. For this round we are currently 19 points ahead. So it doesn't look like he has the Geralt Igni here ready. Otherwise he would just drop that. Clear the board. We might then go for the field medic.
I am not afraid.
There's Prince Stennis drawing another card. So and right now there's really not much to do here. The only card that makes sense to play would be the dragon. Then we could get rid of a few points on the board. So we can see a bit longer what's going on. Otherwise we might just pass here. If we play the first light, we will just spawn a field medic. Because that is the only, or the, we also have a bronze Poor Infantry still left in deck. But higher chances of field medic and we don't have anything in the graveyard that we can resurrect. So that would be a loss. And I also don't want to drop the dragon right now. Let's see how he will overcome us here. If there is no Geralt Igni or Scourge in his hand, then he definitely needs at least 2 cards to win the round. We are currently, as you can see here, at 5 cards. He's at 7. So 2 cards ahead for him, a little advantage. But if he's playing at least 2 cards here, we will be even and our follow-up is stronger than his ones. So he's just passing, giving up the first round. We then need to start. And probably just going for the field medic. Oh, Bloody Baron is also good. And there's a Poor Infantry, so now we are only getting field medics out of the deck with the first light. That's quite decent.
What do you
Give me the
want
11
of me?
points here, there you go. So starting the second round with 25 points with just a single card. That is really good. And because our follow-up is so strong, we don't even need to win this round here. Just need to make sure that he is investing too many cards. And then we can easily pick up the last round as a victory. With the renew, we definitely will play one of the gold cards here. So, Labakin. And the Blue Stripes Commando. He was getting Priscilla back, so he's playing with the Blue Stripes Commando and buffing the Labakin. Interesting. So the Charney is the stronger card. Bloody Baron is also, of course, really good. We have to see what we are doing here. For now, let's just drop a Poor Infantry.
Like a wolf, I am.
Like to keep the first light, and most likely for the last round. We can't be sure that he's not playing with weather cards. And either we want to have the clear skies or for the last round have a field medic that will snatch another 11 points out of the deck. Out of the graveyard, sorry.
I killed for less.
So, this is Sergeant. And this one is dangerous for us. Because if we play stuff like the Charney or the Bloody Baron, we might just get that to silver and then we can't use the renew at the moment. So then that means we need to play both the Charney and the Bloody Baron this round. And then we can play the Renew for the last one. So let's start with the Bloody Baron. We will get the Labakin here. And spawn another 11 points Poor Infantry on the board. So we are far ahead in points. Not a problem there. So we can still copy the Sergeant here. And then get the Bloody Baron to silver if he wants. Jennifer. That one probably spawning the Chironix. So every unit now on the board is getting -2 points. So we have lost a few more points than he, because his board was definitely not as good as ours. And to prevent him from using the Sergeant, we might just go for the Dragon. See what's in his deck. Double Elite, Priscilla, 1 triple Reaver Scout. The chance for him to get the Sergeant back is not that high. We will then drop the Dragon. It's at for 3. We are hitting the Blue Stripes Commander here for 2 and the Sergeant for 1. Still needs to have 31 points here to get our points. Right now he has no target for the Foltest leader power.
You must sweat like a swine in that
As a field medic, get the Blue Stripe Scout and buffing the field medic. So it's still 20 points to go. Do we want to invest more here? That is the real question. Could drop the Charney definitely, because we have the Renew. So he will not play double Sergeant. I hope that's not happening. So the Renew should find a target. We still have a 11 points card here in the graveyard. So we could go higher. There's a chance that he has stuff like the Geraldine still in the hand. Slim chance, but there is one. So let's try. Spawning another Poor Infantry here helps us to increase the chances for the last round to get one with the field medic. So we are not playing any more cards now. He's copying the field medic. No, he's not. What's your plan? He's copying the field medic. He has another chance to find a Sergeant. That's only a Blue Stripe Scout. Yeah, you should buff the field medic, then you can copy that for 11 points. Which is quite a lot. Still he's 43 points behind. Let's pass here now. So if he's copying the field medic, he's getting 11 points. He would still need to find nearly 30 points. Priscilla, that is helping him, maybe? I mean, if there's Geraldine in his deck, at least then he has a decent chance. Field medic. Field medic finding the wrong card. It was a King of Baggers. So he's still 17 points behind. He needs to play another card, maybe even 2, depending on what he has in hand. If he needs to play 2 cards, then he will definitely lose the last round.
What do you want of me?
Another field medic and another elite. Now 4 field medics on the board. Still 8 points behind. So another card for him. And this is Vernon Roach. Now he's finally ahead. But with only 1 card in his hand, he can't win the last round. Passing. Barely won that. So we will start the round here with the first light. Also got a Decoy, so we will get field medic out of the deck. Then we can get that back into the hand with the Decoy. Play it again. And if we are lucky, we will then have 6 Poor Infantries on the board. With the double field medic and the Renew. And that is definitely insane. That's a Charney, good card for him. But still, that is not enough for him to get more points.
I'll gather my men.
Labakin. And what are you taking here? Sergeant. King of Baggers, Priscilla. Going for the king. That one is getting the Sil de Transaville. Not removing anything. Oh, that is a decent point. Point start here for him, 24 points. But we will just overcome that. There's a field medic. We hit the 3 points. That is not good enough. But anyway, still winning.
Again.
Nenneke. And he's picking.
Elves must die!
Scout. Scout it is. So let's play Decoy. Play that field medic. And then we just win the game. Not a real challenge here.
What do you want of me?
Oh, that's the 11 points. Might not even play the full journey. So with the renew. And you could just concede here at this point, but we're getting the journey. We will get another 11 points, Poor Infantry. And have a decent victory. So there we go. He's conceding and we win another game. So you should now have a clue on how the game is to be handled and how it is playing out. It's a really strong one. You should easily go up into the ranks and going up in the ladder. This will be the final game of today's episode. If you have enjoyed the episode and if you like Gwent, just give me a thumbs up so I will make more videos for that. You can also subscribe to my channel so you get notified when I will upload more content. And until then, I hope to see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching and see you then. Bye bye.